Welcome back. Well, the Prime Minister's right-hand man, Alex Hawke, faced an angry clash at a meeting of Liberals on Friday night. I'm told it was explosive, and it went for 4 hours. The flare-up came over Hawke's factionally aligned heads of a major branch in his electorate because they refused to allow 10 Conservative Liberals to join. Worse, these two factionally aligned heads of the branch are facing accusations that they falsified or doctored the branch minutes to stop the Conservatives from joining. This is hardly in the spirit of democracy. This all started at a branch meeting in October 2018. There was a vote on whether to allow entry of 10 new Conservative members to Alex Hawke's branch. He was there for the meeting. The 10 new Conservatives were voted in. The results were confirmed in a text message sent by a senior branch member after the vote. I've got that text message, and it reads, "All branch members were accepted that were nominated in the meeting." This vote was an upset for Alex Hawke, who risked losing control on one of the most crucial branches in his electorate. It could have had repercussions for his own political future. And now you'll remember Alex Hawke is Scott Morrison's representative at State Executive. He's a key factional ally, and he did the numbers on the week that Malcolm Turnbull was rolled. Crucial for Scott Morrison's support. Now, after this branch meeting was held, the list of official members was circulated, and it did not include the 10 new Conservatives. The official word or the minutes of the meeting was changed. It was a George Orwell-style rewriting of history. And the new members were then contacted and told that the vote had not gone in their favour. They couldn't join. They were understandably furious, as were the others who were at that meeting. And 9 of those present have signed statutory declarations insisting that the 10 Conservatives were voted in. At the time, the head of the Baulkham Hills branch was a staff member who used to work for John Howard. His name is Kieran Walton. He was the vice president. He then lodged a complaint with the New South Wales Liberal Party State Director, Chris Stone, where he alleged misleading actions, including amending the branch minutes. Amending, of course, means changing the record of what actually happened. This is a serious matter. He didn't pull any punches. This was his complaint. He wrote, "I am concerned that there is a discrepancy in what the new members who contacted the Secretariat have been told about the status of their membership and what has been told to me by the Secretary of the branch. I am led to assume that the minutes submitted to Liberal Party HQ have been subsequently amended." The Liberal Party launched an official investigation, and this dragged on and on and on. And meanwhile, we had a federal election and a state election. Walton then eventually withdrew his complaint 2 years after the party failed to make a decision. Another member of State Executive, Matthew Kamanzuli, he has then filed a new dispute about this in late March this year, and the Conservative Liberals are now preparing to go to court over the matter. This is a crucial matter. It involves not allowing Conservatives to join the Liberal Party. They say that the Liberal Party had 9 statutory declarations, and there are none on the other side, despite this matter now dragging on for 2.5 years, since October 2018. This situation reached fever pitch on Friday night. There were extraordinary scenes at a meeting of the New South Wales State Executive. A barrister was brought in. He presented the evidence of the text message and the statutory declarations. Alex Hawke's factional allies, who said the new members were not accepted, have not signed sworn testimony. They wouldn't put their name to their version of events. In the State Executive meeting, they wouldn't put their name to it. The meeting was chaired by Philip Ruddock. It then gets even more histrionic. Some members wanted Alex Hawke to leave the State Executive. They said it would be a conflict of interest for him to be involved on the vote on whether to suspend the branch in his electorate, the Baulkham Hills branch. He didn't leave the room. Liberal Party members say they want police to investigate the allegation of fraud and whether minutes of the meeting were doctored to stop Conservatives from joining the Liberal Party. A spokesman for Alex Hawke told me today inquiries about internal party matters should be directed to the Liberal Party. A Liberal Party spokesman told me that no allegation against any MP has been made through party processes. They didn't comment on the rest of the matter. They said that the complaint had been withdrawn about the branch members, so they couldn't investigate. They'd had 2 years to investigate. Joining me now to discuss this is senior writer at the Fin Review, Aaron Patrick, and founder of GT Communications and Sky News contributor, Gemma Tognini. Aaron, how problematic could this become for the head of Scott Morrison's centre-right faction, Alex Hawke?
Well, it's a pretty bad look, Sharri, based on your reporting that you've gone through tonight. It's just an incredibly important principle of any political party that the processes be followed and that people be allowed to join. And that you can call it brand stacking, you can call it recruitment, you can call it just signing up believers. But at the end of the day, political parties have to be open to people joining, pretty much irregardless of their ideological leaning, as long as they agree to vote for that party. So what you're reporting tonight, I think, is pretty disturbing for the party. And of course, the context is that the New South Wales Liberal Party is controlled by the moderates, and they don't want more. In some cases, they don't want more Conservative Party members joining because it threatens their control. But the very fact that you've got this happening, just over 10 members, is really quite remarkable, and it shows just how divided, how factional the New South Wales Liberal Party is.
Gemma, ultimately, people don't care about branch squabbles. There could be nothing more boring. But the bigger picture here is a clear attempt to stop Conservatives from joining the Liberal Party, and this is a problem.
Oh, absolutely, it's a problem, Sharri. And you're quite right. Nothing bores voters than politicians talking about themselves, than factions going to war over ultimately what is, the privilege of serving you and I in Houses of Parliament, be they state or federal. This is the kind of garbage that is so distracting because we're here talking about it. We're talking about dysfunction within the Liberal Party again. And as someone who's a Conservative voter, not a member of the party for clarity and for context, but as someone who's a Conservative voter, I hear this kind of thing and just think, stop messing about on things that don't matter. And when I say they don't matter to the average voter. The average voter doesn't get up and go, gee, I wonder who's going to branch stack up in Baulkham Hills. I wonder who's going to branch stack in any other seat. They get up and they think about paying their bills, paying their mortgage, and is the government elected of the day going to get on with the business of running the government, or are they going to get dragged into this kind of garbage and have it, hijack conversations that could be better spent elsewhere? It's petulant, it's childish, it's a waste of time, and it reflects just an abject lack of character, I think. If they can't get on with it, and it's all about who can and can't join the club, well, maybe they don't deserve my vote.
Yeah. And of course, it's the branch members that vote for who succeeds in a pre-selection process, and that's who ends up getting into Parliament. So, that is an important role in our democracy.